Could anybody sign Cam Newton? So we have the Cam Newton sound?
We got cuts from the video. So Cam Newton basically announced in this Instagram video, amongst other platforms, that he's going to be throwing at Auburn's Pro Day. And before Kasey plays the sound, I'll just tell you, watching the video, and I actually liked Cam Newton as a pro. I love that he made people angry. Love the dude's drip. Always coming and dressed up fancy to these games. Best UF quarterback of all time. What? Was he not a Gator? He was a Gator, bro.
Move on.
I'm just saying, greatest Gator of all time. But this video kind of infuriated me. It made me want to punch my phone in the face. Go ahead and play the sound.
Tell me how these randoms keep getting jobs. Don't worry about it. I'm going to say, I can't wait to say it. I love it. I love it.
I'm seeing a lot of people trolling the idea, and it's official. I will be throwing at Auburn's Pro Day Tuesday. Ain't 32 better than me, you did it.
Well, are there?
Definitely. There are some. I don't know if all 32 of them are better.
Well, first of all, let's start with how good is Cam Newton? Last time we saw Cam Newton, he was like, eh. And then they got rid of him because they didn't think he would be a backup in New England, right, to Mac Jones.
So,
I mean, even if he was, he only, 8 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
Cam's last 25 games, 22 starts among a couple of teams.
So the last 2 seasons.
But those 2 teams, technically last 3. Completed
because he had an injury. Okay.
61%, 12 touchdowns, 16 interceptions.
Yuck.
His teams were 7 and 15 in the games he played.
How long has he been out? Was it just last year or is it now 2 almost?
21 was his last year for the Panthers.
He played 8 games, but he came in late.
Yeah, he came to rescue the
Finished.
franchise.
So when was he in New England?
The year before.
2020.
COVID.
Oh, he came back to Carolina.
Yeah.
Yes.
To rescue the franchise.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
They went 0-5.
Yeah, they
He
lost.
was not Arden Key.
No, he didn't.
Literally the opposite.
Well, he may have built up the city in his previous years as an MVP and all this. He went to the Pro Bowl.
Actually could make the case that he built anything.
Here's the problem with Cam, though. It's like the guy hasn't shown it on the field in literal years.
Okay, let's do a lightning round. Bills, no. Dolphins, no. Patriots, he couldn't beat out Mac. The Jets, well, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. Bengals, no. Ravens, let's assume Lamar, no. Pittsburgh,
no.
But
You're not benching Kenny Pickett. I don't know why you guys argue
That's
that.
the point. Like, he's better than Kenny Pickett. They're
No,
not
he's
benching
not.
Kenny
I'm not
Pickett.
sure he's better than
He's
Kenny
not
Pickett.
better than Kenny Pickett.
Cleveland,
No, you're
no.
not.
Kenny Pickett needs
Jacksonville.
2 hands to hold a pencil, all right? Cam Newton's better than Kenny Pickett.
Jacksonville, no.
No.
Tennessee.
No.
Oh, you're trading one old guy for the other old guy.
Indianapolis. Well, they don't have anybody. I'll take Gardner.
I take Gardner over Cam.
Houston. They're going to have a young guy. Kansas City, no. Chargers, no. Vegas.
Garoppolo over
No.
over Cam.
Yes. Denver.
Wait. Yes.
No, I said.
So you're
I
taking
take
Cam
Garoppolo.
over Garoppolo? Okay.
No, I take Garoppolo.
So Russell Wilson, you made a noise at?
Yeah.
Are you doing
that
drugs?
Russell Wilson? No, I take Russell Wilson because I have to pay him the money I signed on to pay him. Philadelphia, no. Dallas, no. Giants, no.
Washington?
Not sure, $40 million. Okay, Washington.
I would sign him to Washington.
Washington.
He's better than Sam Howell. I don't care what Kasey says.
Let Sam Howell play.
Now, Washington did just sign Jacoby Brissett, who might be better than Cam at this point in their careers.
Probably. Minnesota, no. Detroit, not
No.
the way Goff
No.
played last year.
No way.
Green Bay,
Maybe.
Better than Jordan Love, yes.
But he has to play.
Cam.
Jordan Love has to play.
Yeah, no, it's the wrong situation for the Packers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not going to happen.
Chicago,
but
no.
He's better than Jordan Love.
Tampa, no. I'll take Baker Mayfield
I'll take Kyle Trask.
or Kyle Trask.
Wait,
Carolina.
so who is the better Gator? Cam Newton or Kyle Trask?
Dude, Cam Newton was not a Gator. It doesn't count.
He was a Gator long enough to complete the pass from the laptop room to his book bag.
Right. Dude stole some laptops. He's not a Gator.
Carolina, New Orleans, Derek Carr, Atlanta. Atlanta's interesting.
Yeah, sure.
You have to play Desmond Ridder.
You did. You saw what you had.
You played him for 4 games.
All
You
right,
did
but
not
they were
see what
in
you
on
had.
every quarterback rumor this offseason.
They should just bring in Cam to San Francisco just because they have 50 quarterbacks and they don't know which one's going to stay
all
healthy.
of them are going to get injured.
Seattle, Geno Smith's better than Cam Newton. Somebody
Yes.
should just somebody should respond to Cam and say, dude, Geno Smith is better.
At this point, are we at 1 or 2 teams? I forget.
Like we're on like 3
We
teams,
are
but
not-
it's situational that
Yeah.
like young guy has to go prove himself or something like that. So you
Collectively,
wouldn't do
we're
it.
nowhere. None of us agree on this.
Like the Rams, no, and Arizona, no. So, like, seriously, he's not.
He's not.
And if he wants to make the case, like if I was Cam, I could make the case 3, 4, 5 different teams, but they're usually young guys that are in like a spot.
Jordan
or
Love.
I can make the case at Baker Mayfield. Am I better than Baker Mayfield?
No, you
Well,
are not
probably
better than
not,
Baker
right?
Mayfield. No.
So, like, just get over it, Cam. Like, you're not better. And really, the last time you were out there showed that. You got, I mean, Mac Jones, we don't know what he is, and he got beat out by him. Now, a little bit of that was investment as well. But Mac was a better option than Cam Newton, quite frankly.
They went to the playoffs.
Yeah. So
now,
I mean,
to
he
Cam's
did throw 2 passes one game.
In Cam's defense, when South Beach Gary called and ate his phone for us on the air, he talked about New England's offensive line and how it was poor. I looked it up actually on PFF. I looked up the grades for 2020.
Was that today?
That was earlier this show.
Huh.
And they did have a bottom half offensive line, but it wasn't like it was the least ranked. I mean, they had some okay pass blocking grades. It is New England. So it's not like he was out there by himself. But 8 touchdowns, 10 interceptions is not pretty. It's not.
Listen.
And the whole draw with Cam is that he could score whether he knows the play or not because he could run.
If
I don't know
Cam
that he
Newton's
can.
playing football again, it should be in the USFL or XFL.
XFL, there it is.
That's the thing. Who's he throwing to at this pro day? Do they have wide receivers in the draft? Auburn's.
No, they can
was
just
awful.
bring anybody into the pro days.
Yeah.
And
And
so
so-
actually kind of fun to go to.
Well, does this overshadow the other guys at that pro day or does this help them?
No,
'Cause
seriously.
it's bringing more eyeballs
Yeah,
to
a
it.
lot of times that does help.
Who is at Auburn's pro day? If coaches didn't go see Jordan Addison, who's going to this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, coaches went, just not head coaches and GMs.
Okay. If you're picking a quarterback, you're sending your head coach. So who had it on their calendar to go to the Auburn pro day in which we don't even know who's coming out of the draft from Auburn? Do you have any names? You guys got anybody?
Nobody.
Right. Exactly the point. So who's going?
They needed Cam to put on the pro day.
Literally. So, like, nobody's changing their plan because they saw this. We got to go to Auburn, Alabama. No.
That's actually an interesting thing. I wonder how many like of the scouts for like the USFL and others go to these pro days now.
Oh, I bet you a bunch. I mean, if there are leagues to hire people, they want to be there.
Right.
USFL, big time.
Yeah, I would think, right? Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing. You know, this conversation always, I've said this over the last year. We have more quarterbacks now that teams are invested in, or at least even if we don't know they're good, they're invested to see if they're good, or we're going to find out. If we had 7 good quarterbacks in this year's draft, I'm not sure we'd find 7 teams picking them. Now, most likely we would find a team to pick the 7th one. But my point being is once this offseason shakes out and everybody's where they are, who's trying to get the upgrade at QB?